This is the new James Monroe bus being inaugurated today. A 16-seater. As you can see, beautiful display. This is the first time we're using it here at James Monroe Senior Center. This is the inaugural ride. There's Ravenel Whitehead. How are you, Ravenel? And they are the first passengers of our maiden voyage. Un momentito, mami. Here they are. Wave.
Happy landing.
The first initial group that's traveling.
There you go.
Para más del 50% de su el 43% de los hispanos dependen del seguro social como su único futuro fuente de ingreso. Apenas 25% de hispanos tienen un plan de pensión, más de 57% no lo hacen. Cuando estamos hablando de eso, la situación y la importancia del seguro social, ya ustedes ven que muchos de nosotros los hispanos es el único ingreso que reciben y que también nos sacan de la pobreza. Por eso es tan importante nuestro colaborador que viene ahora. Es un placer. Give some statistics about how important Social Security is. And I know Dr. Eric. Dr. Eric Kingston, sorry. just really will give you some beautiful information and insight. He is the professor of social work at the University of Syracuse. He's also a founding co-director of Social Security Works. He's also involved with the Coalition of Strengthening Social Security. He's a great, an excellent orator, excellent information to give us. And you know, when you listen to him, you say, oh, here we are. It's clear. So it's really my pleasure to present to you, Dr. Eric Kingston.
Thank you, Suleika. I have to say, following these wonderful presentations, following Ms. Thomas's presentation, it's hard to what I'm going to add, but I'll do my best.
Ruiz. Yeah, he's here. George, come on up.
And he's an electrical specialist. And I have to say, he also represents James Monroe.
James Monroe Senior Center.
Buenas tardes y bienvenido. El seguro social es muy importante para todos, para mí y para todos ustedes, para poder vivir en dignidad y sobrevivir. No puede importar el seguro social, no debemos permitir eso. Y que cumpla, no son beneficiarios, que viva muchos años más. Gracias.
Now, I would like June Harris. Are you here? June, please come and join us. June is a retired school safety agent with the City of New York Police Department.
What a show, George.
Look at your
Jesus. Thank you again. You have a nice day all. My dear, how are you here?
Thank you, Francis. You were wonderful. Thank you. Let's give her a round of applause. I'd like to invite Agnes Wong. Agnes, are you here? Agnes is going to come and speak to us. She is a retired garment worker and a member of Workers United. Agnes Wong, let's give her a warm welcome.
Things for him. This is Social Security. They're paying for the apartment that he has. And so I can say thank God for Social Security. Because Social Security is my survival. And what I say, my ending statement is, hands off. Don't touch my Social Security. Helps me and does all that I need. Actually, I can use a few more dollars.
Tell us what Social Security has meant to them in their lives. It is my great honor to introduce to you Frances Thomas, who lives just a few blocks from this building, who walked over to come and share her story. She is someone who retired from the New York City Housing Authority, worked for many years as a teller, and retired as a housing assistant. And Frances is going to tell you what Social Security means to her. Let's give her a Bronx welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome you, all of my sisters and brothers in the family of Social Security. I'm here to tell you what Social Security is to me. It is my lifesaver. For the simple reason that I retired and I have a pension. But the thing is, my rent is so high that it takes up most of my pension. So if I didn't have
Now, before we hear from Dr. Kingston, we're going to hear from someone. That's right, que bonito. And Mr. Roosevelt is an accomplished person in his own right. He actually is the CEO and president of the Tufts Health Plan in Cambridge, Massachusetts. He has quite a distinguished biography, I can only tell you so. He has served as the chairman of the board of directors for the Massachusetts Association of Health Plans and a member of the board of directors of America's health insurance plans. He is also the co-chair of the board of directors for the Tufts Healthcare Institute. In November of 2008, President-elect Barack Obama appointed Mr. Roosevelt to his transition team to co-chair a review of the Social Security Administration. It's really to us that without skipping a beat, without asking, and he said, I'll be there. And it is truly an honor to have James Roosevelt with us and to speak to us about his grandfather's legacy. So would you please join me in giving him a round of applause?
Buenos dias. And thank you for inviting me here today. It's great to be with you. I want to express my thanks to Nancy and to Suleika for inviting me to join you today, to one of our other speakers that you're going to have speak with you in just a few minutes, Eric Kingston, who is a great scholar of Social Security, and to Dennis Tracy for all the work the New York State Alliance for Retired Americans does. Thank you all for the great work you do. And it's a true privilege and honor to be on this program with Jesus Laviera. That was just a truly inspiring message that he delivered to us. Yes, let's give him another round of applause. 77 years ago, on August 14th, my grandfather, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, said these words: "We can never insure 100% of the population against 100% of the hazards and vicissitudes of life. But we have tried to frame a law which will give some measure of protection to the average citizen and to his family against poverty-ridden old age." That captures what Social Security is fundamentally about. We can't protect everybody from every hardship, but we can try to provide basic security for people in old age, in disability, or when a parent is lost prematurely. My grandfather left many great legacies, but I believe the most central to all of us must be Social Security. His leadership in establishing Social Security has transformed American society while also reflecting its most enduring values. I have to confess to you that today I am worried by the torrent of distortions and deceptions and falsehoods that the detractors of Social Security try to spread. We have now a presidential and vice presidential candidate who want to do away with Social Security on one side of the equation. We have to fight back. We have to support those who will continue Social Security. We have authors who spread falsehoods about Social Security and lead our children and grandchildren to believe it won't be there for them. Now, as was mentioned, I served as Associate Commissioner for Social Security, and I know that Social Security is financially sound, that it will be there not just through my lifetime and your lifetime, but through our children's and grandchildren's lifetimes. But what are the detractors trying to spread? They're trying to spread exactly what my grandfather fought in the New Deal. They're trying to spread fear about the future of Social Security. President Roosevelt said, "Fear is nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance." And that's what we have to overcome. When people say it's too difficult to maintain Social Security, or Medicare, or Medicaid, we have to tell them they're giving in to unreasoning fear that with the power of ideas and hard work, we can maintain for ourselves and our children and our grandchildren, and for our parents and grandparents.
Civil war to make people free. And we had a new deal from President Roosevelt that was wonderful, that included concepts that everyone had the right to a job, to belong to a union. And thank you so much. When I saw where I was on the program, that I had to follow Jesus, I really couldn't. There's no way you could follow that. Maybe he was absolutely wonderful. Terrific. And my job was to explain why we're here to celebrate. Well, we're here to celebrate our 77 years we've had Social Security, and that's what it gives us. And when you look at this room, there couldn't be a more fitting place to honor Social Security. The history of our region is here.
It's really a pleasure to present to you Dennis Tracy. Dennis is the president of the New York State Alliance of Retired Americans. And it's really a pleasure to come. And I have to say that he spends hours and hours of his time. And it's a job that's also a volunteer as well. And he goes all over the state talking about the benefits and the entitlements and Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. So I just want to thank him on behalf of the directors of the Alliance.
Thank you, Sonia Perez. Humanity's hunger, yet bread lines are filibustering within 2 miles of my Bowery vision. Let's not celebrate our love. Let's not celebrate our scientific advancements. Let's not celebrate our intellectual adventures. Let us necessary in the universal protection and preservation of Social Security. She's a wonderful woman. In the poem Lady Liberty, I've added a few stanzas about Social Security, about this 20th century Magna Carta, most formidable law ever written in the history of the United States. They try to water it down. Están tratando de quitarle con el diferente estilo. The poem was inspired by my tia Titi Yuyu and Titi Teita during the 200th anniversary of this nation in 1986. They wanted to go to see the Statue of Liberty, but I forgot that the Statue of Liberty was closed for renovations. So I took them across the ferry so they could see it from afar. And she was decapitated. The Statue of Liberty had no head. So I thought I'd get some sodas. And when I recipient associate, telling me to pick up my feet. And I am here today in the rotunda of the Bronx, who was stolen by New York City at the turn of the 18th century from Westchester, because New York City needed mainland. It was only islands in New York City, and they wanted to annex the Bronx. I deliver my address in the spirit of Francis Perkins, Secretary of Labor during the Franklin Delano Roosevelt administration.
Europe, and Africa. He is published by La Viera. Now, Mr. La Viera is a poet, he is a playwright, he is a novelist, and he is a community advocate. He is generally acknowledged to be the best-selling Hispanic poet in the United States, and he has performed his works at 100 community
will be able to continue to enjoy the benefits of this program. So we're honored. We're very honored to be hosting this 77th birthday. And I guess I don't have a proclamation. No, okay. And on behalf of the 1.4 million residents of Bronx County, we want to say welcome to you. We want to say thank you. On behalf of Borough President Franklin Jr., we thank you to all the organizers of today's celebration. Again, welcome to the Bronx Borough Hall and enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Deputy Borough President Cabrera Drinane. Let's give her another round of applause.
The Social Security program was designed to help our country's elderly live above the poverty level. It has been. On behalf of Borough President Ruben Diaz, I want to welcome you to our chamber, to our home, and say thank you for coming here, considering the Bronx as the place that you would celebrate the 77th anniversary. I want to share with you that, first of all, let me say welcome to all of the esteemed guests who are here this morning. We thank you for being here, and we're very excited about hosting this event. I want to welcome you this morning. I've got to find my place here. I want to welcome you this morning to the People's House. That's what I was trying to find, which is Bronx Borough Hall, as our borough president likes to call it. We call it the People's House because everyone is welcome to come in and be a part of us. I also want to acknowledge and thank Congressman Jose Serrano's representative who's here this morning, Ana Vicente. I want to thank her for being here this morning.
Ms. Reed is a graduate of Princeton College of Bronx University, which majored in community development and a former public agency administrator. She was married to the late Reverend Jerome A. Reed, a prominent minister and administrator, an educator in the Bronx. I always have like this. Proud mother of 2 children, Rhonda and Russell, and grandmother of 5. But it really is a pleasure to present Deputy Borough President Maria Drinane, who has been an advocate for all the communities in the Bronx and in the city.
Presidente Roosevelt.
El presidente Roosevelt. So, es un placer tenerlo aquí. Usted entiende una bien, ¿verdad? So, quiero so, es un placer darle la bienvenida a todos ustedes.
Está bien. Sounds good.
Espero que ustedes gracias
Okay,
al nieto de Roosevelt estar con nosotros y dar la bienvenida a ustedes.
Advocating for SSI increase. There she was, right? Remember, we gave no more peanuts for SSI. And that was a campaign that we had to raise the state portion of Social Security.
to bring at least people out of poverty, but we still haven't done it yet. We're still below poverty in this society. But we were doing that to the halls of Albany. So it is really a pleasure to introduce to you our Deputy Bronx Borough President, Suleika Green. She's a native, I wanted to say, the 77th District. You can hear me now? During the 27 years career in the New York State Assembly, Deputy Borough President Green used her urban planning skills to negotiate the affordable housing and effective tenant groups, quality education, employment opportunities, affordable health care and housing, senior services, youth services, development, and worked hard for a strengthened business community. She was a regular sponsor of educational and informational seminars to aid her constituents of issues of current concern. I'm going to skip, sorry. At the close of her tenure in the New York State Assembly, Green served as a member of the Rules, Ways and Means, Social Services and Cities Committees, and was ranking member of the Education Committee. Ms. Green also served as the chair of the State Assembly Bronx delegation, and prior to becoming Deputy Borough President, was the longest serving member of the Assembly in Bronx County. Ms. Green has taught at Antioch College as well as lectured at numerous universities and colleges in the metropolitan area. She also has served.
He's here not only as the President and CEO of the Institute for Puerto Rican and Hispanic Elderly, but also as a board member of the Alliance for Retired Americans, part of their Community Action Network. Let's give Suleika a round of applause.
Saludos a todo el mundo. También, yo creo que todos ustedes entienden que vinieron a un término de seguro social. ¿Qué ustedes creen del seguro social? ¿Está en bancarrota? ¿Ah? No, ¿verdad? No está en bancarrota. Hay tanta información que no es adecuada. Por eso, y seguro social no es un beneficio, un aseguro, ¿verdad? Es importante que nosotros, en esta celebración de hoy,
Social Security to Amelia Green,
What a nice thing to have the president's grandson.
And we just, how many of you have been were watching the Olympics on TV? You know, where there was the swimming, the running, you know, the basketball, the baseball, the volleyball. And then, of course, there is the torch. And so we have with us here today Maria Cruz, who is the Executive Director of the Taino Towers in East Harlem. Let's give her a round of applause. And 2 years ago, East Harlem at the Taino Towers hosted the 75th birthday party of Social Security, which actually was the largest Social Security birthday party in the country. So Ms. Cruz has come today to pass the torch for Social Security to the Bronx. Now, we do not have a torch with us, so I want you to use your imagination. First, feel the warmth that we all feel in our hearts for Social Security and what it does for us and what it does for our families. Then imagine the tall and beautiful torch that I am, in just a moment, going to give to Ms. Cruz. And Ms. Cruz we bring the Social Security party to the Bronx. Let's have a round of applause. Now, Ms. Cruz, we need to take the torch again. And Mr. Roosevelt is here. We would like to also share it, Ms. Green, with Mr. Roosevelt. Would you come and join us, Mr. Roosevelt, and then we'll have a picture of Ms. Cruz and Mr. Roosevelt and Ms. Green passing the torch of Social Security. Let's give them a huge applause. Because like the Olympics, Social Security has a long run for 77 years. And we are here to celebrate that security has sustained millions of Americans through good times and bad. And I will fight harder to make sure Americans have that benefit today, tomorrow, and in the years to come. Social Security is a sacred bond representing the Alliance for Retired Americans, of which I'm the regional board member of Washington, D.C. I am also with the Teamsters, where we are 1,000 strong with our retired members here in the Bronx. Let's applaud for the Bronx. That's right, let's applaud for the Bronx. Now today we are having a party. We are having a birthday party for Social Security. And Social Security, there is a lot to celebrate, and we'll be talking about that later, because Social Security is a family protection program. It's there for you when you retire. It's there for workers if they become hurt on the job. It's there for family members when they owe their lives. It is there for widows and widowers. There is a lot to celebrate. And today, well, actually last week, Social Security was 77 years old. Now, Congressman Charles Rangel had been hoping to join us for today's event, and unfortunately, his work in Congress did not allow him to join us today, but he sent us a letter that I would like to read to you. He said, "Thank you for inviting me to participate in the celebration of the 77th anniversary of the Social Security program on Wednesday, August 27th. I sincerely regret."
How are you, Velma?
Because of the previously scheduled commitment, I will not be able to join you and my fellow senior citizens in wishing happy birthday to Social Security. Today we honor one of our country's singular and most important accomplishments, when in 1935, the Congress and President Franklin Delano Roosevelt guaranteed that American workers would not retire into a payout. Through 13 recessions and 77 years, it is truly the bedrock and safety net of our society. Please be assured
Nice shirts, nice shirts. Like, hey, you're gonna give a speech over there.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I know this couple. I know them. Carrie Feaster.
No me la peguen eso. Pégame a la derecha,
Workers United, Retirees Association. There's the Obama button. That's a nice button.
Security is for men and women. And it says, that's right. And it says, happy 77th birthday, Social Security. Now, with the assistance of Mr. Galarza, I'll say Galarza, will God. Do we have the knife up here, Mr. Galarza? Okay, would you come?
I can introduce everyone, but I just want to say that from all the words that we heard you say about Social Security, I'm a witness of that. I haven't retired.
Dear Social Security, dear Social Security, I would like to tell you without you, what's different. You tell me retired workers and their dependents, workers,
When we are done, then I hope that you will all take with you the report that he has just announced and he has just released.
Medicare and Medicaid. We are not interested in grand bargains that will undermine our children's future by eviscerating these institutions. We are tired of politicians who want to privatize our Social Security and our Medicaid. We are tired, regardless of political party, of politicians who will not stand up straight, as Joe Biden just did this week when he said, "We guarantee Social Security will not be cut." We are tired of politicians